Alright, welcome to JibberAge. This is the show. This meets the geek. I'm a boy.
Suave Federico.
Correct. Alright, so this is a show where we just talk gibberish. You know, this is the age or the era for talking jibber jabber.
Yeah, so we can talk some shit for about an hour and a half probably.
Yeah, it depends on when electricity go off. You know,
Yeah.
we gotta pay bills.
Hopefully you learn something and hopefully you laugh. Hopefully.
Hopefully it's a word.
I'm not really sure about that, but yeah, we'll see.
So before we go get some shout outs, Chase 8 Studios, located in Cane Garden.
Thanks for giving us an affordable price on the studio.
Yeah, great quality sound.
Appreciate you for not breaking the bank.
You'll be hearing some instrumentals in the show done by Chasing as well. We'll give a shout out to KJ Photography, spelled.
KJ.
That's K-A-I.
I've been calling you KJ for like 4 years, dog. Apologize, sorry.
Yeah, also gonna give a personal shout out to Ruby Tech, the barber, for the sharp haircut. Boom. Traded Fanny Flag in Barbados. Yeah, everywhere I go.
Also gotta give a shout out to my laziness. I did not get a haircut this week. I was in bed, I'm not even gonna lie. But I was in bed opening my store. At Wavy the Store. Facebook.com/Wavy the Store. Buy my shit, make me rich. Thanks. That's enough shout outs.
Yeah, I think that's it.
So let me jump straight into this. What's the first thing you want to talk about?
Alright, so you messaged me this week talking about the Jamaican economy.
Yeah, fam. Like, legit, I was at work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in my job, I got to buy things for different Caribbean countries because I work at a bank, a multinational bank. And I get invoiced for 100 and something thousand Jamaican dollars. I was like, what the fuck going on here? Are we buying a printer? Our printer costs $100,000? You know what I mean? So I went to XE Currency Converter to find out what was going on. It was a US value, and the Jamaican dollar is 121 to 1. Like, how did that happen? 30 years ago, the Jamaican dollar was stronger. They had bauxite exportation. They were probably leading in the world, definitely in the Western Hemisphere, if not the whole world. So what would have happened between 1968 and today? That is 121 to 1. Like, for me, I just think it's really, really poor management. Like, the Michael Manley era, they would have done things to me that wouldn't stimulate enough growth. Instead of capitalizing on bauxite and trying to diversify the economy, they just went in other directions that didn't really do anything for them. So I think that was the main problem with them.
I think it's the drugs and the and the crime. I think it's causing the fact. Like,
But which really came first though? You think the drugs came first and then the economy went bad, or the economy went bad and then they switched to drugs? Because for me,
I think it's way that way.
I think the economy went to shit and then people was like, you know what, fuck this, I need to sell some weed to survive. You know what I mean?
But like, no, I know, right? Jamaica is used for trafficking. So the men down in Colombia is with you. We all get this weed up to Miami, but we can't fly from Colombia straight to Miami, so we can push it through Jamaica, bam, to Miami, right?
Yeah.
So Jamaica's a middleman. So I want to guess somewhere in between. They went hand in hand. The men say, yo, we was getting through with this drugs for a little while. Economy was stable. But like you said, it started to go bad and it became a little more prevalent. That could have contributed to it.
Yeah, I suppose. I get where you're going with that.
Yeah.
But then, if that's the case, if drugs is such a big problem, why not legalize it then? That takes the crime aspect out of it. The police don't go fight it, and then you could tax it and make money from it.
Crime, you know, crime is fuel the economy.
Explain yourself. Tell me why.
See, if you don't steal, police ain't got no job.
What the fuck you talking about? That's not true either. Police don't only
If
go for thieves.
If I don't steal, if I drive my car at 50, which I do, I drive my car at 50 all the time.
Okay, alright.
Right?
You're telling lies, but I get where you're going with it. Fair enough.
There's no need for policemen,
Uh-huh.
which means then there's less need for lawyers, less need for judges.
Yeah, but you're being idealistic though. That ain't never
Somebody
happened.
has to make suits for the judges to wear, for lawyers to wear. So
Well, I mean, tailors can make suits for other people too. I mean, it ain't only judges. But I see where you're going with it. Fair enough.
you know, like people gotta do crime. So that's my take. But I think it's hard to grow economically when you have a lot of crime in the country.
Oh, because you're saying I gotta spend a ton more policing and I gotta invest more. And I gotta buy tanks and shit. When,
And drones.
when we named this court, got a whole army and shit. I gotta buy tanks and fuel the military and buy warplanes. Fair enough.
So that could be one thing as well.
Yeah, but even in recent times though, like I mean, I like Portia. She was one of the most charismatic leaders we had in the Caribbean in a long time. But to me, she didn't really do enough. Like, looking at what she did, it looks as though she mainly just did enough to satisfy the IMF quarterly requirements or whatever. There wasn't enough done to stimulate growth. I'm a firm believer in legalizing weed.
Me too.
I just think, like, for example, in Barbados, right? Like, we missing the boat. Like, Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. All right, here we go. All right.
Yeah, there we go.
when Colorado legalized weed, right? Barbados had the opportunity, if we were forward thinking, to legalize it as well. We could have marketed our own weed. We could have been the first out of the Caribbean, which already has a reputation for having high quality marijuana. We could have packaged it, branded it, and exported it legally to Colorado, and I think Washington was another state that legalized weed. But by the time Barbados gets around to it, the boat would have sailed. We're going to be the 155th country to legalize weed, and nobody will want Barbados weed.
Like many other things.
Like, I just think we saw backward.
I mean, for me, I've been to Holland twice.
I'm very jealous, but go on.
I went to Amsterdam once, right? And it was an experience to just be able to like go to a country where this thing legal. Like, you go to the hotel and be like, yeah, man, I want 20 piece.
Okay. Pause for cause. You went to the hotel and said, "Can I have a 20 piece?"
You can legit go to the checkout at the hotel. The same way you would say, yes, I need a new towel, I need some fresh sheets. You could say, yeah, I want 20 piece. And they ask you which strain you want. You want hash, you want kush. And you can tell them what you want, AK-47,
excuse me. Wait. There's a weed called AK-47?
Yes.
I don't believe I want that one.
and the lady, she's like, okay, no problem. In her Dutch accent, I sent taxi driver, and taxi driver went and came back. Okay. But 20 piece for us was actually 20 euros.
So that is big as shit, or is like 20 is 20 everywhere in the world. You're like, oh, 5 bag is a 5 bag in England and Barbados or whatever. 5 bag is a 5 bag.
Since I don't solicitate or I don't purchase. But yeah, it's like the equivalent.
Well, I don't know. I just going from what I hear on the street, you know.
Yes, basically street words.
So it's the same thing, just 20 for 20. Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
The quality is different, you know? Like, it's plain. Like, it's
you mean
legit,
it's pure or what?
Yeah.
Well, I guess over there legal, so I mean you can use proper techniques.
Correct. There's no reason.
You ain't gotta grow it
the blackies
next to a piece of corn or a piece of sugar cane in the hot sun, wrong temperatures, trying to grow your weed. Yeah. So I guess fair enough.
But being able to also like just go to a city where you can just walk into a cafe, is like a rum shop, and you go to the bar. Instead
that actually look cool though. Like when I see the coffee shops, exactly. I don't know if you follow Tipsy Bartender.
No.
All right, we used to do it on YouTube. He's made drinks, Tipsy Bartender. He's been to Amsterdam a couple of times, and he would have done a couple of vlogs. So he would go through the coffee shop, show you the weed. He'd been through the red light district, show you like how it looks. Like it's just so weird to see a bunch of women stand up in a shop window, half naked, some fully naked. Be like, you want this here? You want this pussy?
Yep.
Excuse my Dutch accent. That was pretty.
But yeah,
I don't even know what country that was.
Yeah, so like I think that's something that we could have done, like you were saying rightfully, and that could also kind of helped with our tourism aspect. You know, many tourists come to Barbados or the Caribbean thinking everything here is easy going. We could do this, we could do that, and you get here, it's like weed is not legal. You can't smoke.
Well, I mean, I think in beyond that, I mean, it would definitely help with the tourism and the tourist experience and shit. But I think in beyond, we got a foreign exchange problem. Mm-hmm. We always buying shit from overseas. I need to stop saying shit because we're trying to get sponsorship for this podcast.
Yeah.
We always buying things from overseas. Why don't we try to sell something overseas to generate foreign exchange? You know what I mean? Like, we could have been exporting that a long time. And I believe there's a demand for it. I consider myself fairly cultured or whatever. I know people from all over the world. Mm-hmm. And they come here looking for Bajan weed. They come looking for Jamaican. They don't really fancy the fancy, which is fair play. I've never smoked the stuff, but I hear it's pretty poor. So yeah, but just things like that. I mean, there's so many things we could do. We could think outside the box. I mean, tourism is cool, but I just don't see it as sustainable for our economy for the long run. I don't think you could build a long-lasting economy on tourism alone. Look at the economic downturn we had recently. Even though it's kind of bouncing back, there are projections to show that the American economy may fall again either this year or early next year.
Yeah.
On top of that, the price of oil is currently plummeting and it's not projected to level out until mid-2018, I believe, or the end of 2017. I'm not entirely sure. So there are a lot of countries that don't have the income or may not have the income in the coming months to travel overseas and support Barbados' tourism. We don't produce sugar. Manufacturing sector pretty much. What do we really manufacture? What do we make in Barbados? We got Nico's. We got seasonings. We got country boy and shit.
Garment factory.
Yeah, Nico's.
They closed.
Oh shit, we don't have Nico's. What do we have? What do we manufacture in Barbados?
I don't know.
Oh, we got Pine Hill Dairy. They export shit. That's things. They
Yeah,
export
and
things.
like sometimes like I see Shirley's. I think they have jam puffs like in New York and stuff. Yeah.
Who want them struggle puffs, big man?
Nah, but like
Who does buy them?
if you're from Barbados
Uh-huh.
and you're gonna live in New York,
Uh-huh.
some days during the week you want a ripe fruity
Uh-huh.
and a cheese cutter, or you want a meat roll and a jam puff and a ripe fruity.
Yes, I want a jam puff. I do not want a struggle puff. Have you seen these things, big man? Like there are sugar triangles with a tiny bit of jam near the bottom. I don't consider them jam puffs.
But at least it's something we exporting. We exporting standards as Bajan.
I suppose, but I hate to put my name on something like that. Like, if I doing it, it gotta be quality. Like if I making you a jam puff, like when you bite it, the jam gotta be dripping on your face and thing. I almost said shit again.
Yeah.
Well, I said it just now.
We working. This is a work in progress.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like as purity, I would feel shame to export that. I can put my name on that.
Fair enough.
So back to what do we export? What do we export that's quality? That was a good one. That was actually a good one.
What did you say?
Mount Gay rum.
Yeah.
That's fair play. I remember when I first left school, I had an interview to be a brand manager at Mount Gay. I wanted this job so bad. I get the interview. I study maybe a week and a half before the interview. I know everything about Mount Gay. And I went into the interview and the people asked me, so what do you think about the image of Mount Gay? And I was like, locally, I think the marketing locally is pretty good. You position yourself as a premium brand in Barbados, or whatever. But internationally, I think you need to make some adjustments. Because I try to flex my marketing muscle. Like fresh out of school, I think the bottle takes itself too seriously. If you try to compare yourself to Bacardi or one of the other types of rums, they got different types of flavored rums. They got party rums, all that shit. You trying to market yourself as a top shelf rum, but you selling for $20 US. There's some disconnect there. Needless to say, did not get the job. But I say all that to say, I think Mount Gay actually does produce a quality product, and that's something I would be proud of. I
was coming through St. Martin Christmas weekend, and I saw this rum, and I can't remember the exact name. Should have written it down. But it's flavored rum, and they said exported from Barbados. It's a Bajan rum, and I was like, what? Big man with a minute flavored rum in Barbados? This might coming with? To realize they're using Mount Gay rum, and they then flavor it with apples and everything, but it's being exported in St. Martin as a Bajan rum.
Mount Gay, if you're listening, you should have hired me. Instead of selling them the rum, you could have flavored your own rum. Look at Coxpa Splash. Shout out to Sharonelle, by the way.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's my friend. She involved in the making of it. I'm not sure exactly what she does, but
she's probably Splash.
I don't think she's the Splash. So.
Oh.
I mean, she looked good enough to be the Splash. Sorry, babe, I still love you. What was I saying? Right, Coxpa Splash. But yeah. I have no idea where I was going with it. Let's forget it. Let's move on. I have no idea where I was going with it. What was I saying?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
The Coxpa Splash and Mount Gay should have jumped with the idea.
Right, Mount Gay should have jumped with it. Because look at how good Coxpa Splash is doing right now. They're marketing to primarily women, it appears to me. but it's just a good drink. Like before, I would say a cock split is the worst rum ever invented. Like I've never taken a rum and put it with Coke and it tastes so bad. Like I hated cock split rum, but this cock split splash, you could mix it with pretty much anything. You can mix this with motor oil and it would taste good. This cock split splash mixing with anything. So like for crop over, yeah, I think you can see me with that. Granted, I'm a one drink maximum type of fella. I drink one and I will be on the floor, shirt off, might lose my shoes. Like alcohol is not my friend, but I like cock split splash. So, that's another one to be proud of. I think we've been talking about Barbados a bit too much, don't I? feel like we've beaten on Barbados. We should say something
No,
nice.
but Barbados is great. For traveling the world, realize Barbados is a great country. Every time I reach like St. Lucie side and the plane coming in, I started playing Crossfire, so in my head, feels like
okay.
my,
Had me there for a minute. I was like, Crossfire
big up the
song is
Crossfire
this.
massive, big up Crossfire.
This man plays in Crossfire, could not pick up the tune at all. Like, man, we on video, do you again know who you hiding this from?
No, people can take a bias now, but yeah.
Nah, man, Crossfire had the hit. Shout out to Edwin. I got a song here if you want to record, fella. Me and Chase working for some fire. I ain't ready to release it yet. You know, I want to buy teeth, man. Are you there, dog? I don't know how big this podcast can get.
But yeah, we love Barbados and mass. So we just want to reach the potential that the young people see.
Yeah, I think that's the point I would like to get across as well. Like, I love my country, like legit. I went to Carnival this year and I was the most disappointed man that I left my Barbados flag sticking out of my cubicle at work. I wanted to be the obnoxious fella in Soca Brainwash with my Barbados flag above my head with one tire on my back, just keeping beer noise. My girl was like, "Hey boy, me not walking with my accent is that was Jamaican." My girl is Trini. She was like, "I am not walking with you if you wear this Barbados flag, and if you have one in your hand as well. Like, I'm going to leave you there." So yeah, I am that fella, and I just want to see Barbados thrive. I want to see us do the best we possibly can, and I hate that sometimes we celebrate mediocrity. I just can't take it.
So true.
Like, I gotta go back to the Purity Jam Puffs. Maybe I shouldn't be calling names because they're trying to get sponsorship. But fuck it, I get about the Purity Jam Puffs. Like, how you could export
a buffet.
Like, how you could export these struggle puffs, big man. Any meat? Listen, you remember when the meat roll used to have meat?
Yeah.
The fuck happened, big man?
Don't say it's meat, all going up.
Man, don't say it makes meat.
You got free to mix meat.
You know you could get like 2 kilos of mixed meat for $22 and cost you less. Like, then a real excuse.
I'm probably more in Popular discount.
Alright, well, I like Popular. But
I think everybody like Popular.
Yeah. Like, actually, they got one up, they're building one up by me in Kendall Hill. It taking too long because I want to shop there, to be honest.
Oh, that's a big building next to
the gas station. Yeah, man. But because like I used to shop in JB's, but the man shut down my favorite supermarket. Like, I love JB's. It right there, I could pop in. It never full. Perhaps that's why I shut it down. I could get what I want. The service was good. It was also the only supercenter deli that did not sell mayonnaise sandwiches. Like, the chicken was separate from the mayonnaise. So I know you probably don't know that because you don't be doing that sleep. And everybody else to sell mayonnaise sandwiches. But yeah, like JB's was my favorite. So I don't like getting to the other ones, mainly because they're mayonnaise sandwiches. And they're kind of expensive for me to drive all up there. So I really waiting on Popular to open, to be honest. So Popular, if you want a spot, just saying. Just saying. That was free advertisement.
Big up Popular.
The next one will cost you. What else we had to discuss today? We had a whole list of topics. Oh, steroids and sports, dog.
Yeah.
The thing with Sharapova.
Sharapova and the fact that it was
Serena.
It lasted probably a couple of days in the media.
Yeah.
Whereas had it been Serena, where would it have gone?
Well, you see the difference is, right? Sharapova is not on the level of Serena. That's why there's such a difference. Sharapova's got somebody Google it for me with the phone out. Sharapova probably got 2-3 Grand Slam titles. Serena got what, 19? It's a pretty big difference. Like, if people are saying it's a race, right? And I'd probably agree that it's racism if Sharapova was on the same level as Serena in terms of being an all-time great. Sharapova is a great for today.
So because...
But hold on, let me finish this point. She is a great of today, but today is an era of very, very poor female tennis players. Mm-hmm. The CEO of Indian Wells said today that female tennis players should be happy that Roger Federer and Nadal were born because they've been propping up the sport for the last decade, and he is absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Apart from Serena Williams and maybe Steffi Graf, I can't think of any really top quality superstar. Oh, and Venus, obviously Venus. Yeah, but I can't think of any top quality superstar tennis players that were female. Any that I could say is an all-time great.
From this era?
From this era.
Okay.
Cannot think of any. So I think that is the real problem. I really don't feel like it's racism to me. But I can see the argument as well, though. Because, I mean, people looking for racism at this point in time with all these stuff that going on in America. And everything. Yeah.
I don't know if it's because, for me, I don't want to say it was a case where it was racist, so she didn't get any media coverage. Mm-hmm. I just think because with the American elections and everything coming wrong, everyone was so focused on elections. It's like, oh yeah, this girl used drugs, cool. All right, that story. Yeah.
I don't think news works like that. I think once it's entertaining enough, people care. People just didn't care that Sharapova took drugs because nobody views her in that light. Mm-hmm. Like, you can flip it again and say if it was Serena, it would have been the biggest story. It would have taken over the elections because people care about her. The same way that people don't really care that much that Justin Gatlin took steroids. They'd care a shit ton if Usain Bolt was found to be
true.
To be taking steroids. Like, they don't care when Asafa was taking steroids. People, they're just not big enough. The star power just isn't there. And I think that's the real issue. Since we're talking about racism, one of my favorite topics in the whole world.
I think it's everybody's favorite topic.
Perhaps. Let's talk about monkey nuts. Before I give my views, your thoughts, sir?
You gotta say no. You gotta talk about monkey nuts.
What? I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that.
Monkey nuts. For those of you who may live in a tree or on a rock, there's a big controversy behind the naming of...
Well, there was. It lasted about 5 minutes on social media.
Because people don't care. It's not important.
Exactly.
One of our premier nightclubs in Barbados says
premier is a strong word, you know what I mean? Maybe premier if you're 16 to 18 in that age group, perhaps.
Well, probably.
Yeah.
They're gonna name it Monkey Nuts. And
I need to stop bashing these places, by the way. I'm still looking for sponsorship. So Monkey Nuts, your top quality. If you want to hit me up,
no, but I think by the time we finish, we will not even need to apologize.
True.
Right?
Fair play. Go on.
Yeah, these guys decided, all right, we're going to name the club Monkey Nuts. Don't know who thought of the name, but Monkey Nuts. And for our decor, we're going to have photos of entertainers placed inside of the club, but we're going to substitute the entertainer's face for the face of a monkey.
Let me make a correction. It wasn't just their face. It was their entire likeness.
Right.
Their hands were also like monkey hands. They were monkeys dressed as people.
So you had Elvis Presley.
I'm not sure if they had Elvis Presley.
Yeah, it had Elvis in the customary white tux with the
well, you see, that's selective on your social media people. Then you can leave out the Elvis part and only focus on the niggas.
And right, so they had Elvis Presley. They had I think I saw one with Bob Marley. I wasn't sure if that was a real one or someone put that in.
No, there was definitely one with Bob Marley.
Right,
There was one with Michael Jackson.
Yeah. So they had all these people in the likeness of monkeys.
No, they were monkeys in the likeness of humans. I think that
all right,
to me that's a big difference. That's a big difference because if you're saying is a monkey pretending to be a human, it's completely different. They took it as a human. They took it as black people being portrayed as monkeys. And they found that to be racist because monkeys are traditionally, black people are traditionally called monkeys are compared to monkeys and say they're the missing link and all that jazz. But I think the big difference is they were actually just monkeys.
Pretending to be humans.
And I don't think it was racist at all. I think it was just a terrible name. And I don't even think it was in poor taste. I just think it's just poor.
I didn't have a problem with it.
I didn't have a problem with it either. I didn't see anything racist about it at all, especially not you mentioned there was Elvis Presley.
I just thought it was like, for me, I thought they were saying, hey, you know what? These people call me monkeys. I can just make everybody realize that as much as you think as a monkey, I produced Michael Jackson. I may be stupid, I may be black, I may not be very good at anything, but I'm Bob Marley. I push reggae to the whole world. So I thought as though Monkey Nuts was paying, I'm going to say homage, but I think it's homage to all the great like entertainers saying this, look, you try to pigeonhole us, you try to pigeonhole us and say, look, we're no good, but look what we are. That's what hell I saw it. I was like, yo, these men legit, like, these men are showing the world, yeah, we're ready. But I think the small-minded people is like, yeah, these men are racist though.
I don't think they're small-minded people. Let me make that clear. I don't think they're small-minded people. I just think, well, most of the people that I saw doing it are people that I know to be very intelligent people. I just think sometimes if you hell-bent looking for negativity, you'll find it in anything. And I think that was really misconception. Was I didn't personally find it to be racist in any way. I did see a response that appeared to be kind of racist though. Somebody put Arturo Tapin as a monkey. I thought that was kind of in poor taste. No, after he objected to, I saw them put him as a monkey.
Yeah, from what I'm saying, they would approach Arturo to be one of the figures in the to celebrate his, which was what I believe they were trying to celebrate him as one of the top jazz musicians, saxophonists. So they wanted to use one of the monkeys to be Arturo. Yeah. And he's like, no, he wasn't done with the idea, so they didn't use him.
Okay, well, the context that I saw it in, it appears as though it was in response to a post he made about how racist Monkey Nuts was. Then they just posted up a picture of him as a monkey or whatever. I thought that part was in poor taste, but I think the initial thing, I don't think there was any malice behind it personally. I mean, I could be naive because I never experienced racism personally myself. Not that I can recall. And if I can't recall, then I probably never experienced it because racism is really something you forget. So perhaps I'm naive. I'll give you that disclaimer. But I didn't see anything wrong with it. I just think, honestly, I think what happened is they pulled the name out of the ass. Like, Monkey Nuts sound pretty cool.
Yeah, but...
you know what we should do? We should have monkeys dressed like famous artists.
Yes.
These little children gonna eat it up.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's how it went.
And what happened is, because we're in the gap, like, a lot of people can come in just to see it.
Yeah, people will be like, yo, this look pretty, this look cool, let's go in here. And I feel like it was done like that, and it would target tourists as well, like, just because it's colorful and festive and stuff. I didn't see any malice behind it, but like I said, I could be naive, like, whatever. But I didn't think it was that racist. And personally, I think a lot of things that we say are racist. I find we as black people throw the term pretty loosely. Like,
we do.
There's a difference between discrimination based on different things, and then there's racism, which is purely based on the color of your skin, and prejudice based on the color of your skin. And I think as soon as we don't get our way, we say, you're a racist man, you're a bigot, you're a terrible human being. And I don't really think that's fair, because I mean, we can joke about any other race. We could call white people crackers, we could call Asian small A people
coolie man.
Exactly. We could be disrespectful to whoever we want to, and as soon as somebody even think about trying to pretend to be slightly funny towards black people, it's racist. Why we can't laugh at ourselves?
Because we weren't taught to.
And then we always try to play the victim and say, you enslaved us for 350 years. But that was 300 years ago.
But I think...
wait, to be fair, we used to enslave ourselves back in Africa. Let me not forget that. I see people on social media talking about, we used to be kings and queens. They stole that from us. Well, sort of. I mean, one of us in Detroit was a king. One of us was a queen. The rest of us were his slaves. So, I mean, if you really can do the history, then do it properly. White people did not invent slavery.
No.
Egyptians had slaves and they were enslaving their own people. The pyramids were built on slave labor. Egyptians are not white people.
Or aliens, whichever you believe, but yeah.
Yeah. By the way, that show's pretty hilarious. That show on National Geographic or History Channel, whatever. Aliens. That's pretty funny.
Could be aliens, you don't know, but yeah.
But yeah, Egyptians enslaved their own people. White people did not invent slavery, and on top of that, there were white slaves as well. People say they were indentured laborers, but there were also white slaves. I don't have.
Slavery was around for years though, big man. Like, everybody had, like, everybody was a part of slavery. Everyone has been enslaved at some point in time. But I think, like you said, we are the race that has like held on to it and say, yeah, the world owe me this. Everything is slavery.
To be fair, we got the worst end of the stick when it comes to slavery. To be fair,
yeah, we have.
But I think when was slavery abolished? Somebody
abolished.
Fair play. But yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah. But we still trying
to play the victim card.
Yeah.
Granted, we didn't really have a law of rights until the 60s, and I guess people still feel butthurt about that. But it's time to move on. If you live in the past, you won't go move forward. Like, you need to look forward, think about you, especially in the Caribbean, where it's a bit different to me in America, because the system in America pretty much is set up to marginalize black people and minorities. That's fact. I can't ignore that. But in the Caribbean especially, the system is not set up like that.
Exactly.
The system is set up in the Caribbean where if you work for it and you earn it,
you got it.
You can get it.
Yeah.
There's no real obstacle stopping you. I hear people saying, like, I got a friend of mine, she's real cool. She's saying, like, it does exist in the Caribbean because she can't work her way to the top of certain companies. She can't work her way to the top of this company. She can't be on the board of that company. But I'm like, you call 5 companies. We only got 5 companies in Barbados. There's nepotism in every single society. Every single society will always favor their children first, their family first, their close friends first. Every race does it. Black, white, Hispanic, everybody. Hispanic is a race. Okay, we'll move on.
Ethnicity.
Okay, cool. Right. It happens everywhere. So to then come and single out those 3 or 4, to me, isn't fair. I think if you work for it in Barbados, you can get it. I truly, honestly believe that. So that's just my take on racism. Not sure how coherent it was because I was rambling for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, but I think we as black people, we as Bajans too, we're racist. I mean, like, I got a new iPhone 6s. Thanks, boo. Love you. Right? So finally I have a phone again, and I unboxed it last night. I was like, yeah, boy. Open the thing and realized, shoot, I gotta get another SIM card.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna try to cut it myself. So I was like, I need to go and find somebody who can cut the SIM card for me. My friend in the car, he's like, yeah. So let me go and find some coolie man.
Jesus Christ.
I was like, my man, you do what it is that, like, it's Sunday, like, the coolie man. He's nah, man, coolie man open today, B. You gonna find it in your mind open, I can cut you SIM card for you.
He's probably right though, to be fair.
He's alright, so let me drive through Belleville. Then if they got not open, me go through Strathclyde. And if not open, me drive through town. Go through Lakes Valley. So no back, so it's really funny in your mouth open today that we need to cut your SIM card for you.
When I went on a tour, but yeah, go on.
I was just like, big man, why would you assume, first of all, that anybody in Indian decent able to cut a SIM card? First of all.
Okay, see, this is my naivety coming through, or naivety, or however you pronounce it. I am assuming that he would have done this before, and he has experience. I don't know. He just discriminating and saying, yo, coolie man has worked with a Sunday dog, trust me. I have to assume that he
was just going to be playing. He was going to be playing. Listen, we gonna be coolie man. You got here to do this.
Jesus Christ.
We drove through the whole of St. Michael Bay. Like, any White House, any wall house we saw with burger bars by it.
Wait, pause for a cause. You were not going to stores? Y'all was knocking on people's houses?
The stores was closed. No, we drove through. We drove through the areas, right?
What?
Because we know stores are open. So we drove through Belleville.
This is harassment, by the way.
Strathclyde. Down through Lakes Folly. It's by Edmonton side, Chapman side.
Yeah.
Where else we went? We went somewhere else. And we was driving, and any wall houses we see that had and a lot of raw iron by it that said top up. Top up available here.
Sounds a lot like racism to me.
He's like, yeah, this is in your house. Yeah. Let's just open. Nah, the house shut up nobody. Like, you may shut art.
Sounds like harassment or
we
racism.
keep driving till we find one. And we actually were driving on the street and we saw this one Indian guy walking on the street, and he's like, so I stopped him and said, excuse me, you know anywhere along the street here that fixes cell phones or does SIM cards that we open today? He's like, so he told me none are going to be open today's Sunday. And my friend's like, yeah, we should ask you, like, if he could do it. And I was like, buddy.
I don't think you should be associated with this fella.
just because.
He's going to get you in something pretty soon.
Just because he is of Indian descent, I can't assume he knows how to fix. Fix cell phones.
Yeah, he sounds pretty racist. You should avoid him. I'm not sure if he's the best company.
But this is the first time he ever said something like this.
It only takes one time, dog. It only took Hitler one time to hate the Jews, okay? You see what he did?
True.
Speaking of Hitler, let's talk about Donald Trump for a second.
Yeah.
Like, I really find Donald Trump very funny.
Very, very funny.
And very interesting. Like, okay, let me preface this by saying I honestly thought Adolf Hitler was a fascinating human being. Mm-hmm. Terrible person. Like, absolutely despicable human being. Like, one of the worst to ever live, if not the worst. But in terms of his leadership ability, his charisma, the way he could lead a nation into doing utter shite,
he left the
utter
legacy.
Nonsense. Stop cursing, Kevin. Sorry, Suave Federation. Jesus Christ. The way he could lead a nation to do utter nonsense just by speaking to them and by using propaganda videos, I just thought was fascinating because Germany ain't 250,000 people. Germany is a massive country. It was a massive economy. Absolutely big powerhouse, and he was able to do that. So I found Hitler to be very fascinating. I find Donald Trump to be fascinating in exactly the same way. Exactly the same way. Because his brand of politics is so unique and so effective. It's just like you watching revolutionary politics in motion. Like, I mean, he's a despicable human being. And the sad part is, I don't even think he's racist. Like, I think he will just say or do whatever he thinks will get him to win. If he thought, I don't know, killing somebody would make him win, he would do it. I just think he says and does whatever
it takes to win.
Yeah. Like, this is a man you gotta take, for example, Hillary and Bill were at his wedding a couple years ago. His daughter is best friends with Chelsea Clinton. He does not hate Hillary. Not even a little bit. He does not dislike her. He does not dislike her policies. They're friends. All right? And the way he can dispose of Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz, and Chris Christie. Well, Chris Christie kind of disposed of himself, to be honest. His presidential campaign was dead like last year or 2 years ago. He killed it himself, but he was a shoo-in maybe 2 years ago.
And Ben Carson.
Ben Carson was never competing. Jesus. Like, you know you bad when you can't even get the black vote as a black man in America. Like, he's a black neurosurgeon, and black people don't like him. Like, Ben Carson, just shut the fuck up forever.
He had a good book, by the way. Gifted Hands was very good.
I don't have the attention span to read that. Is it more than 10 pages?
Yeah.
Too long for me. Can't take it. Like I said, I'm still trying to read The Art of War. I get kind of far.
What's kind of far?
About a third way through.
Oh.
And The Art of War is a really easy book to read too.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's fairly simple.
I'll get it tonight. I'll try to read it tonight.
I got it at home, dog. It's soft copy.
Oh, no.
And I have it in hard copy as well. I have it too.
Okay.
I might send it to you tonight if I remember.
Nice.
Remind me. But back to how poor Ben Carson was. He's terrible.
Gifted Hands.
But Marco Rubio is a decent politician, by the way. Just so you know. Marco Rubio got some decent policies, and so does Ted Cruz. Well, not so much Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz is a good politician, but his policies more align closer towards Donald Trump's. Ted Cruz is almost just as crazy. But the way that he is able to be out front and say and do anything in the world of politics where the slightest scandal is supposed to ruin you, he has jumped to the front.
Just carefree.
With scandals. I've never seen a politician do that in my life. He's done the opposite of what every politician is supposed to do and is leading. I mean, he's not going to win.
I think because he got nothing to lose.
He has a lot to lose.
Like what?
Well, he had to give up. Up Miss World or Miss Universe, whichever he owned. He had to stop The Apprentice. His businesses don't really do that well either. Not well known fact about Trump is that a lot of the buildings that have his name, he didn't actually build. He just franchises the name. So I mean, Trump's empire is not really as impressive as he would have you believe it is.
But I mean, like I don't want to say he's not a serious politician. But
at this point, you have to say he is. He's just unconventional, but yeah.
But versus like the Ted Cruz, the Hillary Clintons, like the people who would have probably built a name for themselves from in politics, they're just coming in as basically the wild card. They come in here, I want to do this. Like they have a legacy. They have a legacy, I should say. Like they have to win this one. I gotta do this right. I gotta do it this way because if I don't win this time, this could be my reputation. This could be this is my bread and butter. I think for him now, it's just like, you know what? If I don't succeed at this, I could go back to doing possibly what made me big in the first place.
Okay, I get your point there.
So he's like, I can go all up.
I suppose, but to me, it's still very, very interesting to watch. Like, I don't think he'll beat Hillary, simply because, well, his policies would just be terrible for America and for international affairs in America. Like I don't see how Donald Trump can make anything work with his current policies.
You know what's funny is that South Park did an episode on this, right? But
please look at me. It was like 5 years ago.
No, it wasn't 5 years ago. It was at the beginning of one of the most recent seasons, and I love South Park. I love the rating. Yeah. It's done by Americans. Yeah. No, sorry, wait. It's done by Canadians. Right?
No. They're American.
Who play? Wait.
No. So far, it's done by Americans because they draw Canadians poorly. They don't like Canadians.
No, it's actually done by Canadians who are making sport Americans and how they perceive Canadians.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Right. The funny part was when they did Donald Trump, and it's not Trump. It's actually the Canadian president who got elected because he was an idiot, and everyone's making fun of him. Like, this person's an idiot. Let's vote for this idiot. Like he talked about, he's gonna put up a wall between America and Canada, so Americans can't get into Canada. Let's vote for him. He's an idiot. And then it so happened that all the Canadians migrated to America just to get away from that. So watching the whole American election campaign unfold, where it was laughing at Donald Trump and they supporting Trump because he's such an idiot and he's so funny, and then he's like, let's put up a wall between Mexico and America. So,
I don't like saying Donald Trump is an idiot. I really don't think Donald Trump is an idiot. I think, like I said, he says he says
rabbit ears.
He says whatever will get him votes.
Yeah.
Like a telling quote for me from Donald Trump is that he said he could shoot a man in Times Square and not lose any votes. And I believe that. I honestly believe he could stand up right now. Well, I don't think he could shoot like a redneck. I can't shoot when he voted. He could shoot like a white liberal or a black person or a Mexican and not lose. Well, he could definitely shoot a Muslim and not lose any votes.
Definitely shoot a Muslim.
Judging from his supporters.
Yeah.
And to me, that is so telling and sad that is what America has come to. I mean, like I said, I don't think he's going to beat Hillary, although I don't really think Hillary should beat what's his name? Great-grandfather time, Bernie Sanders.
Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, he's pretty ancient. But I like his policies, and he seems like a more genuine person.
Yeah, he is.
My mother's calling me. Sorry, mother. I'll be home soon. Ignore. Love you. Okay. What was I saying? Right.
Bernie Sanders.
No, I was on Donald Trump and...
No, he's at Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, we get to Bernie Sanders, but the topic was still Donald Trump because I don't think he'll win. But I don't remember what I was saying. Anyway, he's a good politician, blah, 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 blah. Just unconventional. Hope he doesn't win. That's that. What next?
The central bank. And the...
I can't believe I forgot about this topic. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah, so it was by my barber, Ruby Tack, big up Ruby Tack. Yeah, you can follow him at Ruby Tack Music, very good rapper. Right. I was reading the newspaper, and I saw the article where the Right Honorable Owen Arthur.
Only Seymour.
Seymour refers to the central bank's decision as vandalism. He's laughing. So I just say, hey, this sounds very intriguing. Let me read this.
Yeah.
And reading through it, realize that the central bank decides to fix the problem of not having enough money. What we're going to do is print more bills.
Yes, this sounds like a wonderful idea.
So to sum it up, I have a discussion with the barber because he's pretty intellectual. He loves you to talk.
Well, yeah, I've heard his music, so yeah.
Yeah, so right, in this barbershop, like, you find two guys will come in and talk with women and whatever, but like the men tend to talk about politics, music, this sort of stuff. Very, very building. Right. And his analogy of it is he's cooking soup for 4 people in the house. So you put in the 4 dumplings.
Jesus. Feeding me 5,000 of these 2 dumplings.
You put in the 5 chicken foot. You put in some potatoes. And then next man pop in the house. And he like, yeah, what's that soup there? You put a cup of water. Then the next man pop in you put a next cup of water. All of a sudden you got 10 people popping, you say you put 10 cups of water. So all you really do is watering down the soup.
Yeah, after 10 people, all you got is water and 1 extra chicken foot.
Yeah. Throw Maggie Cube in there. And so,
Jesus Christ.
So the picture in it is like, you just decide, all right, we don't got enough soup to spread amongst the masses, so we just print more bills.
Yeah, I mean, that is a roundabout way of saying we can devalue the dollar.
Correct. We can devalue the soup.
Yeah, that's basically what that is. And because I mean, there's so many examples of how poor a decision that is. Just think of Germany after World War One. That's the first example, and it was repeated countless times afterwards. Actually, I think when Sandy was in charge, that's what he did as well.
Yeah, right. Well,
and that's why he got the no confidence motion.
Yeah, but he did the cut so that we didn't have to suffer the consequences.
Yeah, so he corrected you on wrong.
Yeah,
but he was still wrong.
You think what it cut law as far as that? No, I mean to fully go to IMF because as there is any country who went to IMF.
Okay, let's stop for a second. Who says we're not with the IMF?
I didn't say that we're not.
Okay, because
but all the countries.
Because if you look at Sink's policies, right?
Yeah.
Whatever the IMF recommends, Sinkler takes about a month and a half, and he says, "I'm not doing what the IMF is doing." And then a month and a half later, he said, big man, let me do what the IMF is saying. That sounds pretty good to me. Let me do that. So basically, I'm pretty sure we're being run by the IMF.
But yeah. Well, yeah, in that vein. But any country
the only
who
thing
would have gone...
The only thing Sinkler do that the IMF... Actually, no, I think they recommend that too. Yeah. Well, I think they recommended more taxes recently, and he didn't...
recommendations.
He usually does, but I think they recommended more taxes recently, and he did say no to that. I think. Granted, I ain't got the best memory in the world. I'm not Donald Trump, so I ain't sure. I could be wrong, but I think the last recommendation he didn't take. But he usually takes either the exact same recommendation or something very, very close to what they recommended. Yeah.
But I want to applaud Mr. Arthur for
when you see more
coming out, yeah. And speaking against the vandalism.
Yeah, and that's fair enough. I don't think he gets enough credit for being the brilliant economist he is. I don't know. At this point, I don't know. Yeah. He was a very good economist, and I don't think he got enough recognition for that. Although I go back to when he was in power, he could have done more to diversify the economy. But I guess you could also argue he built the economy we had, so fair enough. Yeah, he did good.
Yeah.
And we really only start to slide recently-ish.
I think it's sad, like a lot of people look at him as like he was this person. Like how we just say he was a great economist. Like why you can't have him as a part of like the current administration? Maybe even if it's just as a consultant. Like we got this idea.
But he is.
This is what's going on.
He is. He works for them. That's why he's not with the BLP anymore. He stepped down as a BLP candidate or whatever. After
all the controversy.
No. I think he left the BLP and was as an independent or something like that, isn't it?
And when it was formed, they had like the whole controversy: who should lead them? Should it be him or should it be?
I think he had stepped down and
last year.
Yeah, and I think there was a point where he was supposed to be consulting with the government, Again, I don't have the best memory in the world. Could be mixing it up with Hamilahu.
I think we need to be like, yeah, we need to Google this.
We need to fact check these things. So I am not a history book. Take what I say with a pinch of salt. Or 2 pinches of salt. But I think he had stepped down and he was consulting with the government. So
maybe this is a little bit more like fully like
yeah,
give ministry or something.
Or maybe he just took a payout to say he was with the government and he's not doing shit, because that's how politics works as well. Because remember how close the last election was.
True.
So maybe he took a payout. I don't know. I should not be saying these things because I want sponsorship. Somebody control my mouth, please. Thanks. That would be ideal.
Yeah.
Thank you for controlling my mouth. Y'all are doing well. Thank you.
We're working towards it.
Okay, since we got a little lull, let me just plug. I want to sing a song. Well, we can plug Wavy afterwards.
Cool.
At Wavy the Store on Instagram, www.facebook.com/Wavy the Store. Chase, I want to do a song this year. I want it to be called Squat for the Jokes.
For those who don't know, Chase is a young producer. Hearing stuff coming out from Chase Inc. Studios, like everything it sounds like.
Yeah, dog. I hear a song that come out of the studio. I think I see it on your Instagram from a fella named Jack Oda or something. Yeah, dog. That song is fire, B.
Big up Jack Oda.
Like, I can't remember what his song name now, but he was like in the Beijing Gaza between two people galvanized. But that song is fire, dog. That is cool. So about the Squat for the Jokes, since you could do fire beats, right? I was thinking a soca song that we could drop maybe like the festival soon starting, so I guess we should record like next week. We could drop it like mid-May, and the hook is like Squat for the Jokes. Squat for the jokes. Squat for the jokes. See what he's saying?
You do it, you'll incorporate this by tomorrow, right?
Big man ain't on video, dog. It is clearly mine. What's today's date? March 21st. Somebody give me the date so we can date this.
This is 20th.
This is March 20th, 2016. Right?
10:01.
10:01 p.m. If it's 10:01, that means the hour's soon up. How much time we got left on the camera? 7 minutes. All right, so I guess we can start to wrap it from here then.
Yeah, so you can follow us on Twitter. It's Talk Gibberage. That's JIBBERAGE.
That's JibberAge, sir. Oh, you get Gibberage.
I said Gibberage.
You said Gibberage. You said Talk Gibberage.
Talk Gibberage.
College, okay?
Gibberage. This is the age of Jibber Jabber.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Talk Gibberage.
On Twitter.
That's on Twitter.
We got an Instagram page? Not yet.
No, we don't have an Instagram page.
We got
yet.
a YouTube page though.
Yeah, we got a YouTube page.
So look for the video. Well, actually, if you're seeing the video, you're probably on YouTube. Yeah. We were at Harrison College.
Like and subscribe. We can't tell you where to click yet, but you could click
somewhere on the screen. Somewhere over there.
Over the rainbow.
I think subscribe be underneath. So underneath, click subscribe.
Underneath, somewhere. But
yeah,
we can get the editing guy put a rainbow inside it, so it's somewhere over the rainbow, and
that would be hard. I am Suave Federico on Instagram. Federico R Suave on Twitter. I tweet once every 2 years, so yeah, don't engage me there. But yeah, I always on the gram, man. So yeah.
On the gram.
Yeah, dog, I do it for the gram often. Yeah. So yeah, you could tag me in something or whatever. Do not hop in my DMs. My girl will stab you. Just putting that out there. So yeah.
Yeah, you can look for me on Twitter. Is at Meeks the Geek. That's MEEXDAGEEK. It's the same thing on Insta as well. Yeah. Actually,
you know what? I think I'll start tweeting. I tweeted today. Yeah, I'll start by tweeting.
You're a very opinionated person. You should tweet. You'll be like Kanye.
That's Inhale Me. I know that video, dog. I follow her on Instagram. She's quality.
We're also on SoundCloud. Yeah, so you can find us stuff on SoundCloud in case you can't watch the video. And you can listen to us on SoundCloud as well.
Yeah, so again, thanks to Chase for the studio at a reasonable price.
Chase Inc. Studios, big up.
Yeah. You want to shout the menu Instagram page and thing, dog?
Chase Inc. Studios. We will put information in the description. Yeah.
Large off to the cameraman. He claims his name is KJ. spelt KJ, and I've been calling him that for years, so I'm sticking with that.
So you
Like
can
too
look for
shameless change at this point.
KAIJAA photography. Very good work. Very good work.
That's the actual page. We got it correct. KJ at KJ's Instagram page.
KJ_TM.
KAIJAI_TM on Instagram. Cool. Follow him. He got some dope shots. He did
By
before the shoot
dope,
for
he
Wavy.
means really, really good shots. For any officers watching this,
Dog, you think we broadcasting to 50-year-old people? I think they know what dope means. I hope. Jesus Christ.
some people raiding strip clubs that thing. Like, yeah, we got some dope in here.
Why would they raid the strip club? Sorry, raid. Why would they raid the strip club? Why did they say raid?
They raided a strip club and they found, I can't remember the exact number because I'm bad with numbers. 34? 24 like non-nationals working in the strip club, which we'll have to follow in.
No, I get why they would raid that. I mean, why did you say just now they would raid the strip club?
No,
Because of us?
they'll raid his house.
Oh, because I'm like, I'm trying to find the connection between us and the strip club and why they're raiding because of us. I'm like, where are you going with this?
But based upon he has dope
Oh,
shots.
right. He's got really cool shots. Coming out of this, what I know is that I need to clean my language. I really do. Like, jeez.
Yeah, definitely can't show us my pasta.
At least you got a pasta. I haven't tripped since I was 16. I think it's time we turn this off before I go straight to hell. Let's just cut it right now.